We going.
Uh, so entering back into this, the scene is set. You found that there is a nice mycelial casket that has been gifted from the Potts Post. These mushrooms, these mushrooms are communal, uh, and they are definitely biodegradable. And this archway forms between this cracked tree. It's kind of a threshold to enter into your own space. Beyond that threshold, you are saying bye. Um, I don't think that Kiwi goes first. I don't think so. Is anyone adamant to go first?
His parents should go first.
Um,
I feel like
oh my God, I
one
can't move.
first, the other
Oh no.
almost last.
Um, oh God.
Oh no, what have you done?
What have we done?
No, I need to select the entirety of the drawing to move it.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
so they walk over here. They go boop, 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 boop,
Man, I
boop.
didn't expect this to take as long as it
Um,
did.
and you see, they start loudly crying. Um, Sobs from mothers, sad and distraught. Um, you see, Mama places a small yellow tulip into the mycelial casket, allowing the casket itself to have a flower sticking out. And after she does that, Ma, the other Mama, Ma, does this thing, except this time with a black rose. They stand there and they hold each other before, I forgot, geez, what were the voices for these people? I don't know. Old lady voice. Old sad lady. Oh no. You see, Mama speaks up with a just hesitated, staggered inhale. Just when when we got you, when we got you, you were so small. You were so small, and I don't even know if you could remember any of it. I don't know if you remember the game, but when you were very, very little, you would always love having us enhance light on you to make your shadow bigger on the wall. The lower we got to the ground, the higher your shadow stood. I'm glad at least you were able to become the size and strength that you wanted to be. And I hope truly that it was worth it. Creek, please be safe wherever you go. Um, she just like resigns back. And uh that was Mama. Ma consoles them. You see, they turn and they go back. Um, there are little stools here. They are toadstools. Um, yes.
Oh, I'm
Uh,
laughing, but That's funny.
Who next? Anyone up for picking?
I will.
Roll
Okey
initiative.
dokey.
She doesn't.
Yeah, because if no one steps up, it's just gonna be roll initiative. Who's going first?
Who's mourning?
we gotta have someone do something.
Without really saying much, Colleen walks up and leaves her halberd with Krieg.
Oh yeah.
And then just goes back
As you're walking, you see
before stabbing into the ground.
you see the Ma points to Mama and is like pointing at the fact that you just gave him a halberd. You just gave up like that is, as a paladin, that weapon is very significant, and gifting it means a lot to them.
It is also the first weapon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, roll initiative, fucker.
Yeah, wait, who's because I think I want Kiwi going last. So if you're waiting for Kiwi to go, you can't.
Yeah,
Bones, how are you feeling on? How is Sylvie feeling on this?
does Sylvie feel
Still
on this?
feels like super guilty for not being there, you know?
That's a
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah.
As you feel that the guilt, although it isn't misplaced, like it's not wrong to feel guilty for not being there. You do know, although it hurts now, you do deep down know it simply was chance. A decision to go to the market or not shouldn't be life or death. And that thought is hard to fight with when it feels so bad.
You got a cool tattoo though.
You know, cool tattoo though. I think as the silence continues, I think
And then,
the Toral, the stone genasi, is going to walk forward to the casket and they just glance over its full size and place one hand on it to say, I have seen things come to fight in our realm and in our world. I've seen things mutated purely for the aspect of destruction. I have seen things fall that are greater than any one person could. I've seen the planes. And your might, even to that, many moments it was still astounding. I wish you good luck on whichever way you go. And you see, they plop a little compass on the casket. And they start walking back. Wow. In here. Is Papple here?
Yep.
Apple, you want to go?
Want to say something to your
Sure.
friend?
Yeah.
Sure. Well, first off, Dante is completely numb, like like insensitive to this type of thing. He like death is something that like he's like, yeah, it happened. Like,
Every day when you
oh,
use
die,
your blood magic, you are
die.
actively like self-harming essentially. You're like, oh, death?
Uh,
No, that's like I'm like on the door of that like all the time. I
like
do
I
that
know
on
that guy.
purpose.
I know that guy.
Other guy. I do that on purpose. Yeah. Um maybe it's not out of the loss or that necessarily. Maybe it's just out of the respect.
So
It doesn't just have to be sadness here. You
yeah,
guys aren't just two-dimensional characters. You got the whole range of emotion. You can be angry. You can go up there laughing. Have you been to a funeral?
have I been to a funeral?
No reaction is wrong.
Yeah.
People deal with death in wild ways. So like you definitely would be allowed to go up and be like, "Oh, I respected you," instead of crying. Like I'm not asking for everyone to cry.
Yeah.
Take it
So
how you want
Dante
it.
walks Dante walks up to like the thing. He goes, well, I mean, I don't think this is goodbye, but when you were with us, you were cool. I didn't hate you or anything, but you're a good person. I'm sure I'm sure Kiwi might feel a bit different, but you're you're right. But I'll bring you back any in any what way.
So just for out of game silly clarification, right now we have a blood hunter monk trying to learn the resurrection spell, as well as
Yep.
a druid single leveled like if they learn it, it's gonna be it'll be a while. So it's a kind of race between two confused rats driving cars.
Yep.
It's
No,
who's gonna learn how to create a new human from just the remains.
man, this is like Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh no.
Um,
Not
you're
again.
like Full Metal Alchemist, definitely. Your fucking blood shit, sure. Um,
I'm I'm like a blood hunter monk druid in a sense. So like I got spells and shit, you know. Yeah.
let me just let me just check. So resurrection is a seventh level spell,
Mhm.
meaning half casters or people who aren't like zooming in a casting thing usually don't get spell slots that high.
Mhm.
Half casters cap at 5. The full casters go up to 9. But yeah, learning it as a monk, like mechanically, you can't, but that's boring.
That is
There'll be a way. You
I
gotta find it.
oh my
It
god.
just
I just had an idea.
yeah.
I just remembered back to one of our few sessions if we can get back to Stoneford. Remember the fight ring?
Then again, that
People
was
who could cast resurrection.
Oh, yeah.
They were casting Revivify.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because they were able to get in and heal within 1 minute.
Minutes. Mm.
Yeah. But yeah. Bye-bye.
Looking so
That,
excited.
and it's a lower level, so they're probably more easily accessible.
Yeah. Because like half casters get 3rd level spell slots. That's
Yeah.
Revivify.
Kiwi has
You can be a
Revivify.
healing ranger. Rangers get Revivify. I mean, shit.
It's a useful spell.
Yes.
Giggy.
That is Dante. None of the guys in the back. I don't think that guy's emotionally invested in this. Uh, he's he has his own investments.
Catboy?
Catboy, yeah, he's the boss of the Stone Lady.
Ah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is everybody. That's just Kiwi's left.
Mm. Just. I think she takes a minute just to find it in herself and to let the silence hang of just. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I'm sure I'll see you again. And because she doesn't breathe, it is just silent, golden tears. No shaking, no movement, just calm. And I think she might leave her packed sword, the what is now a mole, in. Maybe not in where the coffin is going or in with the coffin, but like as a
You use it as like a head, like a
Yeah.
headstone.
to where if she needs it once again, it's like entirely possible. But yeah,
This fence gate contraption is actually the pulley system to lower this mycelium thing into the ground. And as that starts, can y'all give me a perception check?
oh no,
I'll try.
is it like general?
General perception check, yeah.
Sweet.
17. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
You should get a
Yeah.
reroll. You should get a reroll.
no,
No, it makes sense.
she is
It
blind.
does.
Yeah,
No, that's fair. Never mind.
To-
That makes sense.
To Papple and Cotton and like one or two other people in the like group here, just some of the NPCs. You see from the west, the horizon that's been producing light during the day, and then the empty night sky at night. From that horizon, as it's like dimming down, going into twilight, uh, you see it starts to get brighter for a bit. And then it's back to daytime. Yeah. It's pretty good. It's nice warm feeling of a good radiant thing.
Who's coming?
Now I need this is a question on either Cotton or Papple, because you guys are the ones that are seeing this.
Yes.
Do you look further?
Yes, I wish to.
Yeah.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. Oh, never
Um,
mind then.
Kiwi, you're
Can I
facing Kiwi as you
use
pass this.
inspiration?
If you have inspiration
I
left,
do have
yeah,
2,
nice.
and I'm going to attempt to reroll. It's better.
Still not quite going to do
It's
it.
not the best, but it's
As you're focusing on the horizon, which seems to just be starting to be brighter, but you realize quickly it is not the horizon that's getting brighter. It is the horizon moving.
Oh,
Is this
Kind
what I
of
think it is?
splitting in a kind of icky cellular reproduction way. As you see the last thing that Papple and Cotton see before they are blinded by the radiance of a fast approaching celestial body.
Mhm.
They see the just burned corona of the just circle of radiance around whatever this thing is. And it's like a shooting star. And by the time that it comes over to Potts Post, it is real low. To the point where you don't know if you are safe for a moment until it passes by like a jet over a baseball stadium, going over past the hills, down the river further, somewhere upstream. The horizon now is gone. There is a little bit of light. Whatever sent that shot out, you watch as it's extinguished. As that distraction and probably physical reaction is happening to Dante and a good friend, Cotton,
Why was I moved?
Kiwi, as you get to this threshold,
Oh no. Okay.
you feel another moment of strange clarity.
Mm-hmm.
You feel as if you feel content as of right now. And for a moment, you think and you realize that you're not moving right now. People in front of you are reacting to this thing in the sky, but you're standing in this archway and you're still, but it's just like when Creek was here. It feels just like when Creek was here. It feels like you have Creek
Does it-
still
Does it
with you.
feel like the material plane? Like
The
before?
plane inside of you feels like the Feywild.
Oh.
It's always felt like the Feywild.
No, I mean, okay.
Um,
No.
in the setting that you are in now, it is the Feywild. Yes.
No, I mean, is the being still, does that feel like when she was on the material plane? Of being relatively conscious but just unable to move the form?
No, you're still conscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you are having a realization that quickly becomes much more grim. Because you've never found where your portal leads in the Feywild.
No.
And as you're standing in the arch and you think, it feels just like when Creek was here, you realize that means that something else is inside.
Uh,
And that's when you feel the first scratch. The dragging of bone-thin, broken nails, and what feels like metal going up the inside of your enclosure. You can make a intelligence, wisdom, or charisma check.
Check.
I mean, save.
Okay.
Blah. Check, save, check, save. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay. Okay.
23 is gonna pass. You are not feared, and you have no levels of exhaustion
Mm-hmm.
from contact.
Oh no!
And you all turn your eyes quickly to what before seemed like a saddened and distraught, and now you see seems like desperately in need of help. As a thin, long, curved blade snakes its way out. A scythe, and then another. On the other side of that end, another blade, and another. Only continuing to a
I
long
feel
staff that meets right at the middle,
I feel like
wrapped
I
in barbed
know
wire.
where the plane is.
You see crawling out like it's a burning car with urgency and efficiency. They move Kiwi out of the way. And um, I'm gonna need a little thing.
Oh no.
Um, I can say ah,
Uh,
uh, temporary one. This is a temporary token until a permission gets done. That's fine. Don't worry, he'll be much sluttier when.
Is that who I
Um,
think it is?
yes, you just
is.
watched Talod spider crawl out of Kiwi without using their hands because they are still attached with barbed wire to each weapon.
It's like watching a moth climb out of its cocoon.
Yeah, they can essentially move like the three fingers in the middle, so they can like literally flick you off and point, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
You see they stand. They take a step and go to Creek's grave. And you see them open the casket, unless it was already open. Whereas they pick up Creek and turn to the crowd. And they turn to you.
Mm-hmm.
And you see in flesh, again, true. There is a seething and burning hatred and rage here. There are thousands of souls screaming thoughts of pain and hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But you see Talon only strengthen their grasp on their son and look to you. As their left hand has their crown and they hold Phantom. They take one more step
Kiwi.
forward.
I feel like
Uh,
we'll... Oh, no, go.
They just look down at you, holding them. I don't know if I can get back home without you being alive. So for that case, I hope this hurts as much as it can. And they lean back
Can
their
Can-
twin blade.
I say something before?
You can say something as they're doing it.
No, just as like if there's a brief pause, it's just
Yeah. Just like, yeah.
And I try and run and protect Kiwi.
she will just she will accept it. She will take this fate.
Yeah, you're like, bye.
Your son was loved. I didn't mean to sting your fairy. Oh no.
Mhm. I see. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay.
None of
I
this
get
was
it, but
meant to
it's
happen.
not. Yes. It's clearly not. It's clearly not.
Is there any water anywhere near?
Duo must be
There's like it's like puddly. There's like puddles. But Talod says if it's all up to chance, and it was always good or always bad, I don't care. It's broken, and I'm going to fix it. Now take me home. And now they roll an attack on you.
Mm-hmm.
They're essentially trying to knock you out to make it easier to bring themselves in a body in.
Kiwi will just accept. Take the fate.
Hey, hey, Sela,
Mm-hmm.
can can we can I use shape water to like hold the thing,
Hold what thing?
hold the twin blade, like restrict them?
Isn't shape water a cantrip?
Yeah.
I mean, fuck it, you can try. Um, yeah, sure. Yeah, fuck it. I mean, sure.
It has to be a spell save DC 13.
Uh, they need to save on a what DC?
On a
13.
13.
13 what?
13
Dexterity
on.
save. Oh, wait.
No, it's
On
Probably
yeah.
dexterity, considering
No,
that they're being
if
held.
it's if it's dexterity, then it's 14.
dexterity?
Yeah, if they're being held.
Bop. They got a 15.
God damn it.
And I skirt around Kiwi and get ready to block with my sword.
I I think you could move a little bit and prep a like help essentially like giving them you're trying to like in this instance sack a little bit of your getting hit for Kiwi.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to take the blow for Kiwi. That's what I'm trying to
Okay.
do.
Yeah, because this giant twin blade swings side to side. As it moves, it is a fucking wonder how they're not cutting every limb of themselves off. Not only that, how they're not cutting freak that they're holding while this giant thing is swinging. It's wild, but they take it and they just straight down. They bring 2 scythe blades.
I don't think Kiwi flinches. If she
Uh,
is capable of flinching.
Well, this is gonna have disadvantage, but she's still pretty high right now. Okay. Disadvantage. Okay. 23.
To hit?
Okay.
I'm fairly sure that hits.
You take. From this one attack, you take 33 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel that Cotton prevented you from taking double or near triple that with that disadvantage that they gave. On that attack, though, I need you to make another DC 15. Strength, not strength, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. As you feel the blade sink into you.
Can I intentionally
feel-
fail it?
You
Hey.
can.
Hey, Sela, I have a question.
Yeah.
Does my bloodhound step affect people that I touch?
No,
Fuck. Okay.
not quite. Yeah.
I don't know what failing it means, but I feel like, given the situation, Kiwi would just accept the fate and just let him
Yeah.
through. Let the man take his son home.
He does want you unconscious.
Yeah, and that'll happen. That's
Uh,
whatever.
yeah.
She knows the situation.
Well, they just did their action, which we're out of initiative just because there's a lot of people in this weird little group.
It's no
I'm
way.
keeping a loose initiative in my head. Essentially just Talod and then you guys. They're not using any really legendary actions here. But they're going to with their left hand, they're going to go and just place the crown on you.
Mm-hmm.
And their bonus action is going to be spent as that crown sinks into porcelain.
Mm-hmm.
It will deal. It will deal 27 more damage. This is piercing and psychic on their bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And how are you looking?
She's still feeling fine. The gumbo
Okay.
pop pulled through. Events
Uh,
that I assume have happened if it helps. She's
Can you roll me 10d8?
yes. I can do 5 and then 5.
As you don't see, actually, you are insanely close to Talod. Your blind sight is really kicking off here because being this close to him can cause blindness, just out of insanity.
Well,
Out of
it's too late, buddy.
Literally,
You're not
his
a
eyes
duck.
are constantly leaking. Oh
Um,
boy. But you see your crown now locks in, and you feel it start to unload a divine smite through this whip into you.
Oh.
You can speak 48 languages.
Hey,
in real
Papple,
time.
why?
You're keep
Uh-huh.
I hear your ad in the background.
So 32 plus 15 radiant. I will say these attacks, although they are ruthless, they are non-lethal
Mm-hmm.
because they need a portal.
47, that takes me down to... Actually, pull up a calculator. Okay. She's weak, not down.
Okie dokie. They're going to use a full turn this time, attacking with what is your AC?
13.
How many hit points do you have?
26.
They stop after the first hit,
Okay.
with 3 more loaded and ready to you down. They stop.
Can Kiwi get a
And
final word
you-
before this? I'll let
You
you.
get
I'll
a
let you go.
word.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you get a word.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. They look up after just wailing on a motherfucker right after a funeral.
Mm-hmm.
And like assumingly sealing the body. Everyone's in shock. These commoners in the back, they have ran. This one has died to a nosebleed. These guys have run. This lady is actually moved forward a little bit. She's back. She's defense over here. Okay. You go unconscious after that,
Mm-hmm.
and you see Talod as you're down on the ground. Yeah. They say to the group as a whole, those left witnessing this adoption, none of you are to worry, and none of you are to follow. As those words leave their mouth, it forms into what looks like that heat radiation, the air that jiggles, and that turns into light purple as little lines flow towards, I believe, towards each creature. Everybody left here.
You know,
Oh.
I can beat a 44 AC.
Oh, I can
I
beat it.
kind of do want to follow him, but I know she's just gonna go insane.
I can beat a 44.
You can fucking try.
No, but I actually can.
Do it.
Because I have so my gun attacks have a plus 13, plus Sela gave me a tattoo. One of Sela's tattoo ideas gives me a plus 10 as a bonus action. Plus I have a potion that gives me another plus
Isn't
5,
that like
so I can get a
only
plus
usable like
28.
once?
It doesn't actually say, it just says
That is meant to have charges on it. That is
Jesus.
I know, but I'm saying I can beat it, I can hit it, I can hit him once is what I'm saying.
Do it. Scar.
Please don't.
Well,
you've seen
the-
Kiwi absolutely just take this beating.
The mass suggestion that Talod just told you all was don't worry and don't follow. So those two suggestions you must follow to the best of your abilities without causing harm to yourself, which it's not a harmful suggestion, so no need for a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
You all start to feel not the emotion calm, but the analytical thoughts of what calm should be. And you start to feel the bottom of your feet as you feel more grounded. Maybe not that you're more, or that you're just paying attention to it more. But as of right now, you all cannot approach Talon.
Can I at least give him the finger?
You could, yeah.
I do exactly that.
What if we not?
Do you flick him off?
Fuck yeah. I don't
What
care.
if we don't follow the
My
suggestion?
feet don't work? Of course I'm gonna do it.
I see I haven't been here in a long time. That silly desecration means nothing to me. And you see as they go with their main hand, the twin blade, and they're pointing backwards. They're pointing out to the east. And you see them as they keep eyes on you, Cotton. Their arm starts to truly strain with strength as it starts to pull up and up and up. And as the now present stars in the sky are twinkling along with this encounter, as the funeral has progressed, you see that as Talod's finger passes the horizon and enters the sky, the void and the stars start to move as if they're a liquid, following him, conjoining to one thing far, far away looking down. Blue, a light blue, a pale white blue conglomerate of stars and you guys watch as by the time his hand is straight in the air, it is midnight on the first rise of Talod's blue moon.
Uh-oh.
The nightmare of the man on the horizon,
Hey, Cotton.
the waking dream.
I'm sorry.
The waking dream will now have to deal. As Talod does that, and then quickly crawls with spider-like speed. I'm talking 70 feet per turn,
Mm-hmm.
and they're out. The click in Q's head would have been, it's always been the Feywild inside me.
It's just the wastes.
I was Talod's guardian.
Yeah.
You were quite literally a combination of his garden, which was a gift, and the prized statue, which was his mother's death gift. In a way, you're almost related.
Mm-hmm.
And
Brothers
That
by the
seems-
stars.
that seems to digest for a moment in your unconscious mind. That's what I'm thinking. But as for this nightmare, I need everybody to make a Talod save. Just intelligence, wisdom, or charisma saving throw. 22 will do it. 18 will not. 26 will. 27 will.
I was
Yes,
gonna say, if 27 didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, no, 22 did. Like, what? Capel.
Ah,
Actually, would you? No, you would, because this isn't about sight. This is about horror. You are sad, blinded from looking up earlier. Shit's happening around you. Someone said some stuff. Everyone started screaming again. And now someone said there's a moon. And you feel the presence of that midnight moon very quickly take effect. You are shrouded in doubt. With your blood magic, it's always been a question in the back of your mind. It's always been worth picking at maybe later, but never now. Just what if this is meant to be cursed and forbidden for a reason? Even with your adaptations and modifications, your genius is known only to few, but if the knowledge were to spread, if any of it could spread, what could that start? You start to think of that. You start to think of what happens to you when you're gone. Will you become blood used in another mage's spell? And as you ask that, you stay spiraled in a small tornado of doubt. On your turn, you may only take either an action, bonus action, or movement. And you have one level of exhaustion. And the rest of you are able to hold on to your minds. Yet, you're pretty sure that was a big boy thing. As in, that wasn't just here. That wasn't an illusion. Talon made a celestial body. They created a new moon for their own shine, their own guise over. It's everywhere.
Is this happening in just the Feywild? Or is it in the material plane as well?
It's in the material plane too.
Ooh,
It's
shit.
a moon.
Yeah. If the negative plane was able to see through to see the moon and sun, they would doing it too. Yeah.
That doesn't ruin my plan, but that does make it slightly more poetic.
Alod has managed to do the unthinkable here. It's not a known spell of any sort. This wasn't a magic that could be taught or learned. They had enough thoughts flowing through their brain, and they had enough frenzy that eventually, with the time passing, it was only an amount of time before this scale became a reality. And I will get rid of Talon because you're not on the map anymore. But you know that everybody in the Feywild made that save. You can make that save again after a day of wait. Essentially, you can do it once a day. So, Papple,
Yeah.
next day, once you get a long rest, you can try again.
Hey, question.
Yeah.
How's Creek's mother's doing?
One of them is fainted.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is just like holding the fainted one, just
Stunned.
looked like the strange man in the wind. Was that the man in the wind?
Kiwi is still unconscious?
Hello.
I can't confirm or deny. Colleen technically wasn't there.
Just give comfort.
And, okay. Okay. They just kind of just say, all right, okay. The one that's fainted wakes up and stands up, just turns to the other one and says, I think that we deserve a meal. So let's go out on the town while we still can. And you see these two nice elderly people join hands as they see an apocalypse moon above them to go and get brunch, well, breakfast. And they go and they walk off.
Yeah, it seems about right.
Yeah.
That's normal for me around here. Honestly, there could be like a bombing and still be people going like, "Oh, I would go get brunch."
Yeah, no, they're more like elderly people in the end of the world getting brunch, and not like people seeing a magic show go off getting brunch. It's like our son was just killed and taken, and we might not have weeks left.
Let's make the most of the time remaining.
Because whatever Talot's doing, they have definitely gotten to the point of being a planar threat.
Mm-hmm.
The weight, whatever is going on with Everest not putting down their homie, that can be figured out at a later date. But as for now, you guys got a new local lead that would probably take like a day or two travels, river travel, just upstream.
Yay, rivers.
Because you guys saw that big light land. And big things landing. Big things. No, we're not starting that now.
No.
No.
But
Say,
This
if
is
we're doing
like
anything, I
we're
want to see what's
wrapping
under
and
the shed over
ending.
here.
We're like wrapping and ending the session.
Oh no, I've never met today.
I
Just gotta-
do want to say. I think.
Oh
This
no, wait, we can keep going.
I think this might
I have
be.
stuff. I
the-
have stuff.
I think this might be the last last of Kiwi for a little bit. She might need some time.
She can be a housewife growing fungus.
Absolutely. But also she has a lot to process. There's a lot that has happened.
Herbalism is
in
good.
A couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once things start to trigger each other, it can domino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's taken. Yeah.
Yeah. For the rest of y'all, we'll just put
I'm gonna wrap up
a
this
Kiwi and
recording.
Creek next to each other in the timeout corner. But as for Cotton, Papple, Sylvia, Bones, if you three want to do any scouting, do anything here, really, the funeral has ended and that checkpoint has ended, so the obvious, like, in your face thing is there's a thing down the river, but like recuperating or like what stuff you want to